IELTS Practice Speaking Test Part 1. What is your first name, please? My name is Thanh Trúc. That is my Vietnamese name, or you can call me Claire. My English name. I love that name because it reminds me something about my philosophy that I would like to make everything clear. What is the weather like in the town where you live? I live in Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. Yes, the country is Vietnam, and most of the time it's hot. It's very hot out there. People say that in our country, in our city, there are two seasons only. The one season is the hot one, and the other season is the hotter one. It's just a joke. Number 3, do you prefer hot or cold weather? Actually, I prefer the hot weather, and I also the one who anti-air conditioner. I can sleep in the room without air conditioner very deeply, but with air conditioner, I prefer to wrap myself in the blanket and enjoy the warm climate over there. Yes. What do you normally do if the weather is nice? If the weather is nice, I prefer to go out, take the bus and go to somewhere that has a lot of trees, like the park or the rivers, which is near to my city. Dam Nai province is near to my city, and enjoy the weather, the waterfall, the bird singing. Yes, butterflies sometimes. And I'm not really like this the heat of the sun, so I prefer to walk under the trees, the shade of trees. Do you even buy furniture? Do you ever buy furniture? Furniture, actually not, because at my house I think everything is enough, and normally my father brought something that we need, like the fan, like the chairs, tables, from the own store. So actually I and my mom don't need to buy furniture, but sometimes we prefer to buy some decorating objects like the lamps, or we can create those things that we would like to have. How do you like to decorate rooms in your house? In the past, I prefer every room have the different colors. Like the kitchen should be orange or red, the bedroom should be purple or blue, and the entire room should be in the rainbow colors. But now I think that is impossible because we live together in the extended family. So for my room only, I prefer to draw on the walls some paintings that I love too, and also some like handmade object to decorate my room. Okay, but now I think it's too many. Okay. Do you prefer traditional or modern style furniture? I prefer modern style, but it's not actually the modern style that people often use. I prefer something like is more cartoon on it. Yes, some like colorful furnitures. Yes, but it's obviously is modern, because the traditional in my country is obviously some like wood only, and it's look old, ancient. Do you have a good handwriting? I think so, because I can feel it by myself, and sometimes whenever I write on the board, and some of my students they praise my handwriting. Wow, teacher, your handwriting is very beautiful. Yes, yes, some very precious and good moments. IELTS speaking test practice part 2. Describe a piece of good news you receive. Okay, in this part, normally we will have 1 minute for preparation and 2 minutes for speaking. Okay, describe our ideas. So now start. Let's get started. So, the time that I received a good news was when I took my mother to go to the doctor for health checking, and before that, she's pretty worried about her health, because the blood pressure kept going up and going down, so not so like normally. So she worried that something wrong about her heart, and the doctor, whenever she came and met the doctor, she was afraid that they will ask her to do the surgery, okay, and which she feel that is not good for the future, because she observed, or she witnessed some people after the surgery, their health quality go down, and they have the quality of life not as good as before the surgery. So she said, whenever I try to convince her to go to the doctor, she said that, I hate doctor, I don't want to see them, or something like that. But after that, when she kept giving many reasons, so at that time I successful to ask her to go to the doctor, and finally at the result was quite good, and the doctor said that her health is good at her age, and everything is okay. The cholesterol is not so high, even though it's over the normal the normal level, but it's okay. Yes, at that time she feel like, okay, I like the doctors again, so okay, yes, that is the good news that I received. Yes, it was a good news, and I feel very happy for her. For the part 3 of speaking test, the examiner will ask the participant to answer some questions that related to the previous subject that they discuss about in part 2. Okay, so number 1, what types of good news do people receive? I think the good news is like the result of the test or something. Like students, they like to know how well they do during the time during the time that they study very hard, and they would like to know whether the result the other people think good about them, the quality of their effort. Yes. So the score of the test, and some people who would like to go abroad, and maybe they wait for the visa approval. Yes. Okay. How do people celebrate good news where you live? Yes, they often drink. Drinking beer. Yes. In Vietnam, people, whether they upset, they have the disappointment, or any celebration, or just the normal meeting, they often drink. Yes. They feel good when they gather together, talk to each other, and bottoms up on the beers, drink beers, and people often think that if you drink a lot with somebody, it means that you're very sincere to that relationship. Okay. Yes, so drinking is the tradition. Yes, the traditional way that people in my country celebrate the happiness, the good news. How can the good news of one person affect other people? Yeah, they affect because emotion is like the vibration, you know. When some people feel happy and they have the very good vibe, they express the emotion, the aura outside the environment, and the other people can feel the vibration, can feel the waves of that. And also, whenever we see somebody can achieve what they want, and it's also kind of motivate ourselves. Yes, motivators to try hard, because our friends, our acquaintance, the people who we know can get it, and we know his or her we know how good they are, and also our potential abilities. So at that time, we can also can encourage ourselves basing on that mirror, and reflect on that mirror, and we try a little bit hard to get what we want, because it's not so far away from our it's not some ambition that cannot be reached, but it's reachable. I think so. Okay. This time I will talk about part 2 again, and I will pick one paper like this. In this paper, it will have 5 idioms, and I will try to apply each idiom in the subject that I am discussing about. Part 2 is describe a piece of good news you received. For example, good news. Okay, and the idioms that I have here, I will mention it during my speaking. Okay. The good news was the time that my mother was informed that her health is very good after the long time that she feel maybe 2 or 3 months before I take her to the doctor, because she kept giving the reason that she doesn't need to go to the doctor, even though her blood pressure goes up and down, went up and down. And I told her, don't be panic. I think that your health could be better if you keep your mind and your heart happy. Okay, because whenever I took her to the vacation or something, she feel very happy, very cheerful, and her blood pressures seem stable. Yes. So I said, just pull yourself together and go to the doctor with me. I also check my health too. So after that, yes, but she said that, okay, yes, I need to step up my game. Okay, I have been delaying for a long time already, because she asked me to we should wait after Tet holiday, and after Tet holiday she need to wait after the January of Lunar New Year. And after the January of Lunar New Year, she said that, oh, I feel okay. Everything was okay now. No need to go out. Okay, and now I got my time, but I still kept speaking because there's some other idioms here. At that time, I feel that she would never go to the doctor. So I said, I warn you, that's the last straw. There are no reason for you to withdraw from going to the doctor, because it is very important to recognize what's wrong with your health. And yes, I agree that we will not take the medicines at that time, but you can also cure your syndrome by the traditional way, by adjusting the food or drinking the thing that we swallow into our body. Okay, so at that time, yes, I have to warn her about that, and she agreed to go. And then it doesn't relate it. Okay, so on that day, I wear something that I think is good for me, and when I go to the hospital, I saw a friend of mine a very long time ago, and he said that, okay, your fashion style were so behind the times always. Okay, is that your business? I don't care about that. What I care is about the health and the happiness of my family. So, okay, bye. And then number 5, idioms. Yes, something that I need to. Okay, so after we do all the process, then my mom go out and got the result, and she feel very happy because the doctor praised her health. The cholesterol is acceptable, even though at her age, and I myself don't have to take the medicine, and she just takes some medicine, some very basic medicine. Nothing is too serious about this. So